Hey everybody, it's me, Angie, and today I thought I would talk a little bit about what you can expect once returning to the Walt Disney World Resort parks on July 11th and 15th. I think that's the two dates that the parks will be officially reopening after the whole COVID-19 pandemic has taken place and the parks have shut down. I'm basically going to talk a little bit about what you can expect when you go back to the parks and show you what I got when I went to the parks today. Today is July 7th, the day that I'm recording this, and I just came back from Magic Kingdom because Walt Disney World wanted to host a cast preview to make sure that everything is working in order and to make sure that the reopening of the parks are going to go smoothly once it's open to the public again. So I got the chance to go to Magic Kingdom today, and it was really fun, and it was very different from going to the parks before the whole coronavirus pandemic started. So let me talk a little bit about that. First things first, when you walk into the park, well, as pertaining to the experience I had today, a cast preview, so not open to the public. Of course, there were a lot less people because, again, it was limited to cast members, and so do not take exactly what I give you as what is exactly going to happen to you. Everyone's experience is going to be different, and it's going to be very different, I imagine, when the park is open again to the public. So anyone from the world is going to be able to go inside again. It's going to be a lot more crowded, I'm sure, than it was today. For me, it was very lucky. Today there was practically no one in the park. It was a lot of cast members and their families, and that was about it. So it was a lot easier for social distancing practices to be put in place, and the wait times were close to none, and I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty awesome. But what I tell you is probably not exactly what's gonna happen. The only thing that I can guarantee is the procedures I'm about to explain to you, and which are taking place at Magic Kingdom currently, and which will still be in place when the parks officially reopen to the public. So, to get started, there are, of course, markings on the ground to keep a secure 6 feet apart from each other, so that's standard. And what I didn't expect was all the hand sanitizer stations and all the hand washing stations, which are new to the parks. I don't think I've seen that before. I have the hand washing stations at least, but now every attraction that you walk by at the entrance and at the exit, most of the time the gift shop, but at the exit and entrance of every attraction is a hand sanitizer dispenser, so you can reuse hand sanitizer whenever you get the chance. There's also, of course, I said the markings on the ground to indicate 6 feet distance. And when you get on attractions themselves, for example, Splash Mountain, each log pertains to one party, and some logs will be left vacant so that there is even more distance between two parties, and I think that's really attentive, paying attention to detail, and will keep us safer because, again, Disney reopening is going to be it's going to be a very unusual adjustment after having been closed so long, and it's going to be very overwhelming because a lot of people are going to be trying to get in at the same time because of how long it's been closed and how long everybody's been trying to go to Disney. So but yes, a lot of it's a small world. There will be at least 3 or 2 vacant rows between parties, and pretty much every the shows with live performers are not running right now. The fireworks are still not active, so you don't see those at the end of the night. The park is closing a little early, at least it did today. I don't know the case of when it reopens again, but it'll probably close earlier than expected, maybe 7 o'clock each night when the usual time is 9, at least for Magic Kingdom. So yeah, the fireworks, the Happily Ever After Spectacular fireworks show is still not going. The castle has been redone, repainted, which I was not even aware of until I physically walked into the park today. The parades, that's a whole nother thing. The parades are still going-ish, but it's not a a whole parade going at one time. It's basically like at different points of the day, a float will go through the streets, but it's just like one float at a time, maybe two. I think I saw two today. I'll insert a clip somewhere here, but I saw this, with my own eyes, that there was Tinkerbell going past on her little treasure chest, and then at another point in the day I saw Gaston on a horse, and then a float behind him with all the princesses. And then at another point in the day I think I saw Merida on a horse. Oh no, Merida was the one that the princesses were behind her, and then the Gaston, it was a float of random characters: Peter Pan, Alice in Wonderland, Mary Poppins, Winnie the Pooh, that kind of thing. But yeah, in terms of parades, the full length parades are not active at this moment. They're not doing that. Pretty much all the traditional attractions are open: Splash Mountain, Haunted Mansion, Snow White Mine Train, things like that. Buzz Lightyear, they're all open. It's just a little different because of the social distancing that is put in place at the moment. So the vacant spots in the ride itself, that's really the only difference you notice. And of course, there's the rule in place that you have to have on a face covering at all times. There are, at least in Magic Kingdom, 3 different rest stop relaxation areas where you can take off your mask if you really need a breather. And I think that's really it in terms of the mask itself. You just have to have it on at all times, except for when you are actively drinking or eating something, and then you have to cover your face again with the mask. So only in those 3 areas can you take a minute and take them off, and just basically have a break before you have to have it back on walking throughout the park. What else? There are some interactive spots that are obviously closed for obvious reasons. And what else can I think of? Not all the eating establishments are open yet. I know the Liberty Bell Tavern is open for a fact, but the Diamond Horseshoe is not. That's just examples from what I saw personally today. So if I am not naming something that you're probably thinking of, that's only because I did not have a personal experience with that today. I'm only going off what I physically saw and came home and told you. I just got back, so I'm literally